everybody. Welcome to The Return with Josh and Maria Cribbs. I am Maria Cribbs, and my handsome co-host over here, my husband,
What's
Josh.
What's up, baby?
What's going on with you guys? What's up, Josh?
It is an awesome day. Welcome to The Return. Like Maria said, I'm Josh Cribbs.
Hey, I want to get right to it.
Let's do it.
The Browns are moving to Brook Park.
Yes.
Or that's what it looks like.
It's not official.
That's what it looks like.
But after the news came out,
Yeah.
after the letter to the season ticket holders came out, and the Browns posted renderings of what the stadium will look like.
Ooh.
Maria, you seen pictures of the rendering. What do you think about the stadium going to Brook Park and how it's going to look? Let's bring Ryan into this too. Like,
Okay.
what do you think about it, Maria?
Well, you know, I love when I bring, because I'm from Columbus, Ohio. We don't have a lake. We don't have a large body of water down there. So I personally love when we would bring guests in town or my family or your friends in town, and we would be able to showcase the beautiful Lake Erie, you know? So I wanted to keep the stadium there. I understand the need for people wanting a dome. I'm not really a dome girl. I like to play football. Not that I don't play football. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I get it.
I like to watch my football and all the elements. I don't know how I feel about the dome. But, I mean, at the end of the day, anything new.
Liar.
What?
You like to watch what in all the elements?
Football.
You went home sometime when it was raining and snowing.
One time, and I had my I had our daughter there, and she was crying. She was sleepy. It was a school night. It was a Monday night game or something like that. And it was raining like crazy.
And now you won't have to. You're going to have a dome, and they probably will have a daycare. And I'm just playing devil's advocate.
A daycare?
They probably will have a puppy
stadium,
pound.
right?
Yes, an area for the players. Remember?
Yeah.
Or the season ticket holders.
Right.
But they may have an area that fans can take their children. This is going to be state of the art. We got to understand this is not going to be like the stadium that is currently there. There's a reason that they may forego on $1.2 billion renovation. And to do that, it has to wow them, and it has. So when we look at that, and I'm thinking about what you said, bring your family coming in town, look at the lake. Ryan, she still can do that. The family still can come in town and enjoy the lake.
This is fresh
and then
off
guess
the
what?
press.
10 minutes later, they can be at the game. They can enjoy the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and then 10 minutes later, you can go catch the game.
The Browns released this 7 minutes ago, so this is fresh off the press on their X account. This would be more than just a stadium project. It would also include a private development that, when combined with the world-class dome stadium, will be transformative for our region. Now, they're saying this is going to be one of the most, state-of-the-art.
It has to be, it better be.
And top dollar facilities.
So they want to host the Super Bowl as well.
Yeah.
So that's what that would be as well.
You do all this for one game?
It's not for one game.
What
they gotta play every year. This stadium will last beyond 30 years.
I do like, and I feel like listen to if you hear any shots fired in this. They put this up there. The proposed $1.2 billion private investment in the stadium is unprecedented and would be the largest private per capita stadium investment ever in this country.
I don't hear any shots yet.
No, not yet. And that does not include the $1 billion privately funded development we are envisioning, which would also be tremendously impactful for our region. Just as importantly, we are not looking, now here's the shots right here. We are not looking to tap into existing taxpayers' funded streams. You don't hear the shots right there?
No, that was a shot.
Okay.
That was like,
which could divert resources from other pressing needs, which I'm like, oh, okay. We are instead working on innovative funding mechanisms with local, county, and state officials that would leverage the fiscal impact, of the project and the unprecedented private contribution to support the public investment and generate substantial return for Brook Park, Cuyahoga County, and the state of Ohio. And I wanted to read that whole thing because reading is fundamental, Josh. Come on, you don't want to miss it. But I did hear shots fired. Basically saying we don't need your tax cuts. We don't need your tax monies. We're going to do this on we're going to do it with a bunch of private some investors.
What that was taking Mayor Bibb's proposal and responding to it publicly, Ryan. I think when you see what was said, it said nobody didn't know it was going to be publicly. They were going to use the public taxes for that to help pay off the debt off of it from the city. Nobody knew that. That's why it's shots fired, because it's public information.
No, people
but
definitely know they use taxpayer dollars to fund stadiums.
What I'm saying is I didn't go looking for how the city was going to pay for it. We didn't go looking for how the city was going to pay for it. I know now because of that response. Yeah. See, all I heard from Maria and Ryan was that the city was going to put up almost $500,000. Was going to try to meet them halfway.
$1 billion?
Was going to try to meet them halfway to the billion, 1.2.
Right.
And now I'm hearing that the city was going to use, tax money that would otherwise go to people in need or to roads or to other services,
other necessary resources.
And then that will make the Browns look bad. See, the city will come back and be like, I mean, we're using this for the Brown Stadium. At least it has them. See, and they can foresee that. So there's a negotiation battle. So even though the Browns put this out, Ryan, and I know it seems like
it's set in stone.
It's set in stone, but maybe this is another tactic.
What do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, this whole thing has been a giant chess match between the Haslams and the city of Cleveland. And if Haslam is going to have to, front more than he wants, then he's going to go with the dome, of course. Like, if the city's not going to give him what he wants, he's obviously going to move. And the renderings do look beautiful. To me, it just seems like it's either, like you said, a tactic for Bibb to relook at that proposal and up the cash, up the ante, if you will. But it also, to me, just seems like the Browns understand that they want the dome. And this almost seems like they're just trying to push it out and soften it. So once they announce it, it won't be this total boom.
Yeah.
Because to me, everything they're saying now, they're basically saying it makes all the sense in the world to go to Brook Park, get the dome, and they claim that it'll still help the city of Cleveland. They'll be able to remove the stadium where it's at and upgrade their lakefront, whatever they decide to do there. But they've been talking about that for years, so I don't know what that's going to look like. Right. But they claim that it'll help, like it won't damage the city of Cleveland. That's to be determined. But to me, it all seems like it's inevitable. They're going to Brook Park.
I like what they put in there. It's still technically all in Cuyahoga counties,
right?
Even though it's not downtown in the city of Cleveland.
I mean, we talked about this on a show previously. It's down the street. Like if you stand up on the top of the stadium, you can see where it's located. It's going to be located at. It's going to be across from the airport. So if you land in Cleveland, you ain't got to go far. You don't even have to take a taxi. You could just walk down the street and go to the game. So.
And I will say that area in Brook Park, it is. We live over that. We drive past it often. It is desolate. It is like, what are y'all? The property was just there.
It's barren.
But I will say, now that I've seen the images, y'all kind of selling me on that. I mean, it might be nice to just dress up and go into a dome, go to a game with some heels on.
Convinced that all the convincing it took.
I know.
Put a little fur like we going to a fight.
How do the residents of Brook Park feel? Like, I would be upset.
See, they might get a fight, Ryan. They might get a heavyweight battle in
30 minutes to get into my driveway.
I mean, if it takes
that's gonna be crazy.
The rock and roll boxing match.
I think because what it reminds me of rock and roll. What it reminds me of, Josh, is when I went to go see you play. Was that the
Jets, Colts,
Bills?
Indy?
Was that the Bills?
No, they outside.
Buffalo.
They outside though.
But no, it reminded me of just driving past all those houses.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm like, what is this?
Right.
I'm just used to it being downtown where it looks like a stadium should be there, opposed to in a neighborhood.
City limits.
But if they're going to do those huge developments and make everything look all nice and new, y'all selling me on it a little bit. I might have changed my mind a little bit.
Mayor Bibb may have to up the ante a little bit, because it's going to be some Clevelanders that live in the city that's going to probably give him a lot of flack. Like,
you don't want to be known as the mayor that allowed the Browns to leave downtown.
Yes. Yeah. So it's going to be, I can expect some back and forth. I'm sure he's going to give his best effort. But it does seem like the Browns it's a done deal.
Side note, I'm wondering about who are they going to pay to come to the city of Brook Park to help clean up the stadium? Because usually they have the locals come, they pay them a little fee, and they take care of the stadium. I can't see them the extra. I don't know.
Let's keep talking about it. Let's keep talking about it. We'll take our
we got
first
a lot
commercial
more to go. Don't go anywhere.
break.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to The Return. Now, Josh, what you got next?
Yeah, I was, just finishing up on the stadium talk. It will be once they, officially, and I know Ryan, he kind of reads that the writing is on the wall.
You think it's the real deal, Ryan?
That was a letter.
I don't think, the more I think about it, I don't think that they would throw all these flashy ideas and renderings at our face and expect us not to want that now. I don't think they would. It's like
Nana Boo Boo.
I don't think they would throw that, put the carrot in front of the horse and then strip it right. Like, I think they know that the writing's on the wall and they're easing us into it. And if they give and to show us all those exciting renderings and possibilities,
now I want to go there.
Nah, I don't think that they would do that.
I'm just playing.
That is I would, if I'm that guy though, Ryan, if I'm playing hardball, these are billions of dollars we're talking about.
Yeah.
I got to do what I have to do to let the city and Mayor Bibb know I'm in business. I'm going to Brook Park, and it's a done deal. So I guarantee you, I can't guarantee you, but I'm pretty sure that they want Mayor Bibbs, they want the city of Cleveland's best offer. and that has to be, in my mind, north of 600 or 600, at least 600, million, coming halfway or a little bit more to keep the stadium in Cleveland, in the city limits of Cleveland. And that.
How long will this take, this project, if they move?
It's 2028. So the Browns lease for the stadium ends in 2028.
And the Browns will be responsible for the demolition of this stadium.
No.
Oh, they will.
No, the city owns that. It's gonna stay there, like other cities around the country. If you look at the Houston Texans, they had a stadium literally across the street. You could see it. It was walking distance.
The old stadium.
Yeah. Oh. And it's like that. Detroit. The stadium stood for years, and colleges will use it if they can, and they'll use it as much as they can.
Right.
It's definitely not for the on the hook for the demolition.
When will we know? It seems like we've been fighting over this for a while. Look like
it
we've been fighting
like we
over
already
it.
know.
Yeah.
But there was some more breaking news.
Your boy was trending.
Yeah. Brandon Aiyuk.
Yep.
Now I brought it up on the last show, Ryan, and we talked about this, and I'd said that. I didn't think that we needed Brandon Aiyuk in our offense. But the Browns over the weekend got into the flow, into the the mix of getting him. And he didn't
And the Patriots.
Right.
And the Steelers.
But the Patriots that we're hearing in real time are out of it. They maybe the pot was too sweet for them.
But according to their fans, they don't want to be.
Right.
They want to still be in the win.
But according to a lot of our fans, we don't want them. A lot of our fans.
Okay, so what's up with that? Ryan, Josh, let me know.
I'm gonna go first on what I think.
Wide receiver?
I think, he's a wide receiver, and I think it's because of what we'll have to give up to get him.
Right.
And what we'll have to either draft picks or money. And I just think that
is he not worth it?
See, that's
because
the thing.
that's what the
we have Cooper. Cooper's our number one. They didn't re-up Cooper past next season. So maybe they're looking at him as a possible one replacement for Cooper, but already. Are we looking down the line? Yes, we are, because
Brandon
he's
Aiyuk, how much of a veteran?
He's young.
Ryan,
He's drafted 2020, so this will be,
young.
I believe, his
2020. Okay,
year.
because I don't know how I ended up with a Patriots podcast. I was listening to some of the commentary behind it, and they were trying to say he wasn't worth it.
Right.
But they still wanted him. They didn't want him for what he want.
So Ryan, is he a problem? I don't follow him. I know his talent.
That's West Coast, baby.
Yeah, is he a problem? I know he wants the ball, but I think that's the issue, Maria. It's not his skill set because he's dynamic. He's a baller. But it may be the chemistry
he having some
of
issues,
the team,
right? Maybe he having some issues with some coaches or some.
Him as a player.
Yeah, I mean, basically what it comes down to is the 49ers just have too many riches, right? I mean, you're going to have to extend Brock Purdy, I imagine, and you're still paying Christian McCaffrey as the highest paid running back. You're still paying Trent Williams. You're still paying Nick Bosa, right? These are all top elite paid at their positions. You can only have so many. And Brandon Aiyuk, he's looking at it. He's in his prime. He wants a contract. He sees the numbers that these receivers are getting. So, and the Niners they can't really afford to pay him long term. Now, in terms of the Browns, it's a gut punch to think about it, because you're likely, I almost say 99%, I can't imagine a situation where you'd get Aiyuk without sending Cooper to the 49ers, and it's a gut punch because he's been such a soul of this team.
You think it's Cooper?
He's been a poster child these last 2 years in the trade.
You think it's Cooper?
I can't imagine, because
I think it would be
I think they need a receiver back because they're
but not him. Because he's at the end. Remember how young he was.
Josh is whispering now.
So are you talking about Jerry Jeudy?
No, not Jeudy.
But I think here's the thing is I don't think they would take anybody else except Cooper in terms of talent, because they're in win right now. And even if you're just getting Amari Cooper for 1 year and you have to deal Jeudy, you're still getting probably a draft pick back from the Browns if they do that. You're getting a wide receiver that can come in and produce for this year while your Super Bowl window is wide open. So, I mean, in the Browns' case, it might seem like a lateral move because it kind of is. Amari Cooper's great. Brandon Aiyuk is great.
They want to take
But Brandon Aiyuk is 4 years younger than him.
They want to take Elijah Moore in the third round?
No.
Okay. I'm thinking something.
The Steelers want him.
That's too much draft capital money, because we're going to have to pay him. And then we wouldn't want to give up at least our fans. Again, I'm not big on the draft, Maria. So if we could get a talent like Brandon Aiyuk, and
you were definitely saying that a few weeks ago, so it's crazy that he's still trending.
Yeah, and that's
it's
the
still
thing.
A topic.
Like,
people want him.
I don't want to shy away from talent, but I think we're good. I think we're set. I think we're pretty locked in. However, I do see if a couple
Y'all
games.
Don't think we need nobody else on our team?
I mean, I would say like a powerhouse running back. If something doesn't go right with Chubb, like these are assurances that you just don't have in the NFL. we have a team right now, but this is solidifying us like we have depth.
Right.
Like not just depth, but like we got stars on type of stars. I just think we're pretty good to go into the year as it relates to the battle of attrition. We got our 1, we got our 2, we got our 3. And we have the Chief, another receiver. We got guys that's waiting up and coming. Tillman is having a good training camp so far. So I don't see Brandon Aiyuk and what we'll have to give up to get him. If we have, and that's the thing, if we don't have to give nothing up but cash, I'm like, man, we might as well go ahead and pull the trigger. But if we have to give up a player like Cooper, no deal. Because as a fan, we put all our eggs in the basket year by year. Not like, down the line. I want the year by year type of glory from this deal. This potential.
It's just crazy because the 49ers were killing it last season to let somebody like that go. I'm like, they.
But like you heard Ryan, you know, they got so many talents on their team.
The 49, they're in a tough position because don't get me wrong, they would love to keep Aiyuk, but the reality is they're not going to. Now it's interesting because it seems like right now it's between Cleveland and the Steelers.
Right.
Now it seems like Aiyuk wants to go to the Steelers. That's probably his prime destination. However, right now at this moment of we're recording, the Steelers right now aren't really willing to trade the right amount that the 49ers want back for Aiyuk, while the Browns are. But the thing is, the Browns aren't going to pull that trigger unless they get a guaranteed extension out of Aiyuk.
That's some hardball that's going on right now behind closed doors. You think and you're pretty, they wouldn't take nothing but Coop.
No, I can't imagine a scenario where they would take anything less than Cooper and probably a second round pick. Because you're getting.
They got Debo. You think they probably was trying to go after one of our DBs? Because again, our defense is there.
I just think if you're losing Brandon Aiyuk, the most sense for them to do is
replace him with.
They got to replace him right now while their Super Bowl window's wide open with a talent like Amari Cooper. Like in that situation, it would work out well. They have to get rid of Aiyuk, so they're doing what they can with it. Meanwhile, the Browns, I would hate to see Coop go, but at the end of the day, you're getting, even if you is a lateral movement, player. I think Aiyuk is just as good as Amari Cooper.
Right.
You're getting a player who's 4 years younger and is going to be a part of your team for the foreseeable future.
Ooh, but I don't know how that's going.
He got more. It comes down to mileage. You know, you get a new car.
Yeah.
How many miles that car got on it?
Absolutely, man.
Got trade that joint in.
Let us know what you guys think about this.
And don't go anywhere. You guys will be right back. All right, now you guys, welcome back to the show. I want to tell you about a company called Infinity Whole Health. Now, they offer personalized treatment plans to help people feel better. Whether you're struggling to lose weight, I know I struggle with sometimes having way too much energy, but then really low energy.
Yes.
As you get older, muscle loss, poor sleep. I know a lot of people that can relate to that. They can help with it all. Infinity Whole Health provides expert guidance to support and to help you reach your goals safely. Because everybody, you should have health goals. You know that, right, Josh?
Yeah,
you should have health goals.
I know we should have health goals. I don't know if a lot of us actually do.
But you know this? They also have you covered with locations in Cleveland and my hometown down in Columbus. So family, get to Infinity Whole Health. And you don't have to wait for a consultation. You call them, get a free consultation. Go to infinityWholeHealth.com. Get your health. Get a grip on your health. Huh?
Should it be a now thing? Getting that health or
this is the thing. And I think we're actually we're gonna stop by Infinity Whole Health office on Monday.
Oh, okay.
I want to know my numbers.
Okay.
I want to know where should my blood pressure be. For some reason, I have not really low. I have low blood pressure than normal. And they're like, oh, that's great. But why is it low? Or what are my what are my levels? So you should know your levels. So then when something elevates, you can think, what did I do? Did I eat something crazy?
Hormones on a good level.
Because Ryan, put the camera on you real fast. I got Ryan a little gift today because I just want to say thank you. Can you hold it up real fast, Ryan?
I'll tell you what, it's going to taste good, but it's not good for my.
That's what I'm saying. And so, see, I've been doing this thing where I've been going to Crumble, twice, probably
Ryan,
4 or 5 times a week.
To set me up.
So I need to go to Infinity Whole Health to see if I done messed up my sugar levels. You can jack anything up by just changing your diet.
And I think that you're trying to set me up. Ryan, I was working out, I felt like I was doing my thing. My muscles starting to show. My stomach went down. And then every every other day I see a crumble cookie box.
And then I told Josh, I said, I got to go to crumble cookie. For what? I said, no, it's for
I'm
Ryan.
like, what are you doing?
She's preying on your downfall.
It's for Ryan. It's for Ken. It's Ken's birthday.
And I don't want it. Happy birthday. Shout out to Ken Miles. Yeah,
happy birthday, Ken.
I don't want it though, Ryan, but it's so good. So I'll be pinching off of it throughout the day.
And Ryan, I know we gave it to you, but if you don't mind, like, can I just have one? Like
just
a piece of something? Do you mind?
You can have as many as you
Thank
like.
you,
Ryan. There you go. Big back. I sing that song to her. Big back, big back.
Stop. So look,
back.
so look, last time we checked in with you guys, we were out at the Brew Kettle. Ryan, do you have any footage from that? We had a great time down in Canton.
The Brew Kettle was awesome. Right over the Hall of Fame. We were on the rooftop.
It was the Hall of Fame game.
And you could see the field from the rooftop of the Brew Kettle.
In the city.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I'm like, wait a minute, you can come in here and have some cocktails and go to the rooftop and kind of watch the game.
You
can peek over and see the game.
Yeah, I was sitting back like, I was looking at the TV, then I was like, hold on, the game right there.
Yeah.
And look at that. That is amazing
that was an
footage.
Amazing view.
We kind of hung out right there and watched the guys.
Gave some autograph footballs away. They didn't want my. Did they want my autograph on those? I forgot to sign them.
Yeah, you did forget, but I think they wanted
like,
the football star.
Yeah.
They wanted the football guy.
They want a future
one.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Look, we had.
Those were fans because
we
we
were
did
out
a live
there
show.
having a great time. So shout out to the Brew Kettle.
They
Actually,
really took care
if you
of us.
go to our link in bio, on our Twitter/X account, if you click on the link, Brew Kettle is giving away $50 gift card to what? Two lucky viewers. Two lucky viewers.
$50
just for you clicking on that link in the bio. So make sure you guys go there. And thank you, Brew Kettle, for taking such good care of us. They tried to get me tipsy. They tried to get me tour about Canton.
You was tipsy. You were tipsy.
I was a little tipsy, but I have to ask you a question.
Maria was inviting everybody on the show, on the set.
Come wait.
Like, cut her off.
Look, as a young girl, I always wanted to be on TV. So anytime I get the opportunity to put somebody else on TV, go wave to your family. Thank you.
You deserve to be on TV.
I gotta ask you a question though, and Ryan, I don't know if you saw this. Josh, how did it feel to have Devin Hester, NFL Hall of Famer, Devin Hester, shout you out while he was giving his Hall of Fame speech?
It was amazing. It was like I was sharing in the victory of a special teams player making it to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. In fact, I think it was your mom that first alerted me.
She was watching it. She was like, he said Josh and Nate.
I'm like, huh? So then I looked down at my IG, Ryan. I looked down at Twitter.
It was going crazy.
My name was just kept getting mentioned. And it was just a whole discussion. And I'm like, oh, yeah, baby. So I was like, let me get my videos queued up. So I started doing my video like I do belong up there. and don't forget, I'm a cover guy as well at the highest level. I'm not just... So that's the problem sometimes, Ryan. People forget that I was a cover guy, that I went down there and made tackles at the highest level.
Wasn't getting nowhere.
On punt and kickoff, and then turned around and ran punts back for touchdowns and kickoff returns for touchdowns. Who has done that?
You.
You know, so it definitely re-energized my Pro Football Hall of Fame nominees that I've been getting.
Yeah.
And hopefully next year I get in.
Right.
If not that, then the next. But hopefully next year I get in.
Congratulations to Devin Hester.
Congratulations.
One thing I wanted to ask him though, when it comes to your enshrinement, because it will happen.
Yes. Hopefully.
He had the locks in his hair.
Right.
I'm like, did you want him to,
His bust.
Yeah, he had his hair on his statue. I wonder if he wanted the shortcut, the low cut.
He chose that.
Oh, you can choose it.
Because during the height of his career, he had long hair.
Yeah.
And best believe for mine,
are you gonna have it?
Let the locks flow down me like Jesus had long flowing hair.
Yeah. Like, shout out to him. He didn't have to mention you, and he mentioned
didn't
someone
have
else's
to.
names too. Like,
he
that was
mentioned
amazing.
also one of my heroes.
Well deserved.
Maria Brian Mitchell, who I grew up watching for the Washington Commanders.
Okay.
Yeah, Brian Mitchell was an outstanding running back / return guy for the Washington Redskins at the time, the Commanders.
See, I always wonder what makes someone. What makes them put someone else in before someone who's been doing it? You know what I mean?
It's like how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop back in the day?
Yeah.
You know, it's like the world may never know. And the people who are in those rooms, they understand a little more. You know, but it's a lot involved with that, and hopefully I'll get in very sooner rather than later.
Soon and very soon.
Yes.
Now, viewers, you might not know this, but Josh was on the other side of the country. Let them know where you was, man.
I went to Mexico.
But not with me.
I got back yesterday.
Not with me.
Nah. Now, this was one of my first vacations, I say, out of the country. This is the first time I've been out of the country without you. right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I've never been out the country without you.
Ryan, did he or did he not go to Bahamas on a Browns cruise without me?
I believe he did.
It's becoming a trend. It's becoming a
God.
trend. See how you just say anything to get their sympathy?
I believe. Oh
did you have a good time?
Yeah, you. Okay, you were.
Oh, clearly he did. He's hanging upside down on his.
You
zip
were
line.
invited to the Browns cruise. You weren't invited on this
I can't
trip.
swim. I can't be doing that.
Yeah, you.
How was Mexico?
Mexico was great.
Mm-hmm.
I went with my family. It was a cousin's trip.
Mm-hmm.
So it was me, my brother. It was a lot of siblings, but they were our first cousins. So mostly all the people that were there, our parents were siblings.
Right, but the whole time you were telling me that you were going to Tulum.
Yeah. We flew into Tulum and then took a taxi ride. Then we drove for an hour and a half. An hour and a half listening to the local station.
No, your flight landed in Tulum. Then you ended up in Cancun somehow.
Man, Playa de Carmen. I'm out there like, can we get out this van? No. But when we did get out, it was amazing.
Uh-huh.
Like we don't really go to the all inclusives, but I'm gonna start doing it now.
Oh, you like that now?
Yeah,
you like saving a couple of dollars?
Man, it wasn't even about that. It was like the food was pretty good.
That's definitely why people go to all inclusives to save a couple of dollars.
Well, I'm gonna be saving a couple of dollars from now on, and we gonna be going to them all inclusives because it was good.
No, it's all inclusive. Some of the food it tastes the same at every restaurant you go to.
But we were gone a lot on excursions, so. Get out the country.
Don't give me that cheap tequila. I want the top shelf. They be like, nah, all inclusive. Your wristband does not get you top shelf.
Yeah, let's take another commercial.
We'll be right back, you guys. All right, now you guys, welcome back to the show. I wanted to ask you, Josh, when you flew, did you fly Spirit by any chance?
No, I went United.
Spirit getting a little bougie now.
They getting bougie.
They're changing their fare classes. Yeah, they got to hold on. Remember we went on Spirit one time?
Yeah, I remember.
Remember we almost fell out? No, we literally.
Right, we said we won't do it again.
My first and only time going on a Spirit flight. We were going from here to Atlanta.
Yeah.
And I think we got a little cheap ticket, right?
Uh-huh.
And when I tell you the plane fell out of the sky. I don't even know how we here. Josh, tell them what happened.
Wasn't our whole family on it, right?
Yeah, we were going to a volleyball tournament in Florida, but we had to go to Atlanta.
I was so frightened, but I was at peace because my whole family was on this flight in front of me, the 3 seats, my wife, my daughter, my son. And I wasn't going to go down screaming. I ain't want the last, minute of my life to Dad is a chump, man. He back there screaming. So I just closed my eyes and be like, man, God, I'm with my family.
Ryan, now you know Josh flies a lot. Like in the NFL, you flying every weekend, right?
I'm like, man, it's
for
over.
Him to be scared, I was like, we flying. Over. Ryan, when I tell you it dropped like
we was on a Tower of Doom in Disney World. It
had at least dropped like 20. It had, I don't know how many feet.
Not 20. It was like 50 feet.
It was so scary. You heard people crying, praying.
It was like...
But then the pilot doesn't come on for until 20 minutes afterwards.
Sucked.
Yeah, so I hate that. Yeah. They don't give you any type of update. Like you could be nose diving down, and then they'll be in the most calm voice.
Yes, come on right away when it's happening.
He didn't even come on for 20 minutes after the fall.
Yeah. Right when we all
you gotta have time to thinking.
Because that's how I feel like. Come on, hey guys, we're good. We're just going through this.
It's all good. Just a little turbulence. Yeah.
It'd be funny if the pilot do that and the other pilot like, Mayday, Mayday, Echo 901, Mayday, Mayday, ground, we struck lightning, Mayday, Mayday. And the other pilot like, we're all good. I
think we had some engine failure. Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm saying all that to say, so now Spirit, they're getting a little bougie. They're offering fare classes. They're going to have a go big where you can get bigger front seats, get comfy, go savvy. But my thing with Spirit is, I said I would never fly another Spirit flight again because of that situation that happened to us.
Right.
But our son Israel, who's really he wants to fly planes and things like that. He's like, well, Mom, Spirit is the safest airline out there. I think they may not have any crashes on record. Did you know that? Did you know that?
I haven't heard that, but I don't.
Let me go ahead and give me a $39 seat.
I think it's just complaints. See, look,
they be having $15 flights on Spirit.
Because if you pay that cheap of amount, the service usually tends to reflect what you paid.
Right.
Like sit down somewhere. We about to leave. Sit down. You got to sit. We're not going to sit down or we're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
And that's the type of service you get when you pay for a
But I wonder
flight.
now they're switching this around if the prices are going to go up. So anyway, shout out to Spirit.
Sit down in the back.
I want to ask you a question because you went. He went to Mexico. Why does it always seem like every time we move our daughter in and out of college, you are always missing in action?
I plead the fifth.
That's not going
I
to
have
work.
my lawyer Ryan.
Ryan, guess who had to move Kimura into a 26-foot box truck?
You moved her into a 26-foot box truck?
Yeah. Guess who moved her out of college in May? Guess where were you at then?
My lawyer, I have on advice of a counsel.
Yeah, please advise any questions to Josh's lawyer.
Yeah.
Okay, so just so you know, Josh, that happened. I'm sick of it. I don't know what, Josh.
Listen here, man. I had this trip planned out for months. People were paying $50 and $100 a month for about 9 months. And then my daughter just came out the blue and had to move in 2 weeks before school starts. School don't start for another 2 weeks. I didn't pick the day. She picked it.
Hey, viewers, she's a senior in college. He's missed the previous 3 move-in and move-outs.
Hey, she had
he conveniently has things to do.
She has a boyfriend, and she all right. She gonna be okay. Because you know who met them down there? Her boyfriend has pledged fraternity, and the whole line crew came and moved them in.
That's true.
And they took no time.
That's
so
true.
There
How
you
did
go.
it feel to come home? Your daughter's gone though, because she's not going in the dorm. She's moving into her own apartment.
Yeah, this is
so
first
it's starting
time
to
she
get
kind of
to that time where I feel like
adulting.
Man, she might not. That might have been her last summer home.
Yeah, I told her it should be.
Ryan,
she took her bed.
Yeah, I live with my mom. Yeah.
Ryan, she took her bed. Ryan,
I want her to come back.
Ryan, she took her bed.
She took her bed.
And I usually go into her bed for some peace sometime when this one acting up. I go lay in there and be like, man, this tripping.
Hey, Ryan, I brought you cookies. Do it look like I act up?
Ryan, she act up on the show.
Like Maria don't act
this
up.
is
She
real.
brought me crumble
This is
cookies.
real Maria right here. This ain't fake Maria. This real Maria. But no, it is real because she took her bed.
She took her bed. She took our couches.
And she took the couch. Maria let her take the couches
You
in
should
the
have been
basement.
there. He got mad at me because I let her take the couches.
I was
You gave
like,
her our couches?
The couches though. Like if you can't afford furniture, you probably need to stay at home.
But now that Ryan said that he came back home after college, maybe that was not her last. I feel like this is her last summer home, but maybe she'll come back.
I told her.
If I had the choice, I really wouldn't. Like financially, I would be see ya.
Right.
But no,
so
Ryan,
I gave her the
like,
choice, Ryan. I said, you always welcome in my home.
This is the thing. I've been out of my house since I was 18. I feel like why not come back home?
We both have.
Yeah, we have.
We left home for college and we never returned.
We self-made out here.
Self-made, man. High five in the air.
Hey. Brian, I feel like why not move back home and stack for a couple of years? Because if it wasn't for Josh making to the NFL, I would have probably been broke for a while moving out at 18
probably
with no
divorced a long time ago, Ryan. Finances break people up. She would have been like, "Oh, you broke it." Gone.
What I'm saying is,
She'd
you
hit
move
the
out
road
at 18
on me, right?
with no substantial income. Sometimes you end up living paycheck to paycheck, opposed to coming home, live home for a couple of years, stack your money, and then move out with some savings or some, a Roth account or
A lot of other cultures do that as well. Though.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to normalize, staying at home and stacking a little more so that we can, put all the money into
you
your
work,
home
but just
then.
save all your money. We paying our mortgage over here anyway. Just save all your money. Is that what you're doing, Ryan?
Yeah.
You work. See,
Stacking.
that's a smart way to do it instead of rushing to get out the house.
Exactly.
Josh, in case you missed it, you know President Trump.
Yeah, I know.
He did an
Trump.
interview the other day.
Okay.
Guess what song he walked out to? You probably didn't see it. You were in Mexico.
Yeah,
Did you see it?
Yeah.
He walked out to Many Man. Many Man.
Was
Wish
death
death
upon me.
Josh,
Blood
50
in my eye,
Cent.
dollar I can't see.
And I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be.
He acting
but
like
he's
they trying to get
take
him,
my
right?
life away. Is it wrong? I feel like I want to know how we are perceived to people outside of the United States. Because I'm like, is this a joke?
You think other countries' heads of states be walking out like, to a song and like it's a boxing match?
It's just coming.
He walked out like it was a boxing match.
He
Like
did.
he was like,
And I understand you got to
like,
meet.
man, you about to try to serve the people.
People
Go
do
ahead.
say you have to meet people where they are.
Yes.
But I
You
just feel
absolutely
like
do
it
have to
makes
do
us
that.
look bad as a country doing some of the pandering,
Antics.
some of the pandering that gets
Pandering.
done to
Got
all of us, whether
Right.
no matter what party you're associated with.
Yeah.
To all of us, it's just ridiculous
Facts,
to me.
like Ryan would say.
Facts,
Yeah.
baby. And we gotta go to commercial, but before we go, I'm gonna let you know the reason why when I picked you from the airport, all the lights were out in the city. Don't go
Yeah, what
anywhere.
the heck?
We'll be right back. Okay, now welcome back to the show. Josh,
Yeah, I remember it was something going on in Florida, a hurricane in Florida.
right, you thought it was just a hurricane in Florida.
Yeah.
When I tell you a storm swept through this city, It was crazy. So that's why when I picked you from the airport.
Oh, you missed it, Josh. Wow, it was horrible.
It was.
Was it like a tornado or something?
Yeah.
So let me just show you a picture. So I was out in Euclid getting my lashes done, right?
Uh-huh.
As I walked in, we had to do them in the dark, the power went out. But
So
before
hold on, the power went out when you was getting your hair done,
get my
your
lashes done. And so that's my lash lady,
Oh,
Marissa,
my
her
gosh.
best friend. They had to hold the lights down on their phones to continue with the service, right? But let me tell you what happened, Ryan. Let me tell you what happened before. So
She
as
dedicated for that, Ryan.
I get my lashes done for y'all, so I'll be like,
Look, Maria, I would have been like, if I'm the last time, I can't see, I can't I can't certify this work.
I think she was trying to, and I was like, "Girl, you need me to hold my phone light up to you. I'm not get out of this chair, right?"
Yeah.
But before I walked in, our son Izzy called us, called me, and he's like, "Mom, my phone's going off. It's some crazy storm coming."
Oh, so was y'all getting alerts?
Now,
Yeah.
Ryan, he's 15. Come get me. Come get me. I'm like, I'm in Euclid. You're 40 minutes
come
from
get me. Go to the basement.
Right. So
Go to the shelter.
I'm like, it's beautiful out here. It's no problem. Grow. You're 15. Grow up, right?
Right.
So I'm like, goodbye, not knowing that he could have got swept away in a storm, right? So then, as she's doing my
Swept
lashes,
away.
you know how your phone has that Amber Alert that comes
Yes,
on.
the alerts.
So did your phone do it, Ryan?
Yeah, I got a couple of them.
So okay, this is me. Okay, so when it comes to that, once I heard that sound,
You know it was real.
but it was triggering to me because I had already
Oh.
talked to him. So now I'm scared. Now, Josh, do you know anyone who's ever been swept up in a tornado?
Yeah, the guy from Twister.
Josh,
The
anyone?
dad.
Ryan, do
The
you know
dad
anybody
from
who's been swept
Twister.
up in a tornado?
Yeah,
I
the
know-
guys from Twisters,
Oh,
the new
exactly.
one.
Because I know it happens, but the chances of us getting swept up in one is like slim to none.
Slim to
So I
none.
don't know why once that alert came through on my phone, I got so, it was like
Are you a
trick-
scaredy cat? Like,
You know I'm not though. I
mean-
literally just told my son, get off my phone. You ain't scared no thunderstorm.
you've been
Bye, boy.
watching so many movies, man. That's the only reason
I want to
that
figure
fear
out
comes
how
into me
to
'cause of the movie.
undo. Josh, I want to figure out how to undo that sound from my phone because it made me like
Oh, you
I
don't
was on.
want to.
I was on 10.
You need that sound. We don't know how the stuff that be going on in this world today. They might be saying run to the shelter.
Okay,
or
but I
something.
don't need that weather alert. I was nervous, but it was power lines down. It was just Ryan. Wasn't it a bad storm?
Yeah, it was one of the worst storms in recent memory, at least that I can recall. But Maria, seeing that picture of you with your lashes, like got me thinking. I'm like, what would be the worst thing you could be in the middle of when total power goes out? Like I thought of you're doing your lashes.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
of like getting a tattoo
Oh my god.
or just like taking a dump.
Or cooking.
Yeah, or cooking
Taking a
outside.
dump.
Cooking and you
In
like
a
you
gas
got a pot
station.
roast something in the
An
oven.
emergency.
Yeah.
Hello? And it sounds like an apocalypse outside.
Right.
And you think you just seen a zombie movie and you on the
Yeah.
toilet and it's no toilet, but
Right,
hello?
right.
It's no that
Help.
Let me stop.
Especially if you scared of the
that'll
dark
be
like
in my
me.
dreams.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy. So anyway, you missed it. But look, y'all, the Browns. I know we talked about the Browns earlier, but the Browns are back.
Yeah, training
The
camp,
training
baby.
camp is
Back
here,
in
baby.
Berea.
I saw Tillman doing his thing, Josh.
Yeah, Tillman. See, and this is the thing, and not to bring Aiyuk up
Again.
but I think that these young guys have real talent, and
Oh, the Browns right there. They said this weather ain't stopping nothing.
but that's what I'm saying. They practice indoor today, but I just think they have real up and coming talent, and before they start, because it's only one football, if we get. Say they don't have to give up nobody to get Tillman for some strange universe.
Mhm.
They're not. I mean, to get Aiyuk, and they don't have to give up. That means some young guys not going to get the opportunity. Like they going to play if they say they got Coop and Aiyuk. We gonna be stacked, and the young guys will suffer. So I do want to see some of these young guys. So I can't wait to go to training camp and to take a look at them.
So
for
I was
myself.
looking at some of the footage from training camp, and I don't know what time they had practice yesterday because that was the photos from yesterday. I was like, why are they inside? We play
Right.
football all weathers or whatever. So, and that clip of Ray Lewis when he was like, man, we should be outside practicing. It ain't too hot outside.
Right. Nah,
Um,
man, practice inside when you can, because you want to get that work in.
Okay.
Well, under certain
Inside?
coaches.
Hold on. You said
inside.
practice inside when you can?
when you can to
Oh.
get that work in if it's inclement weather.
Oh, okay.
Because we make a lot of money to play in any kind of weather. We can
Mhm.
suck it up for. We've sucked it up for less.
Oh, okay.
And we practiced outside in the snow before
Mhm.
and played against a team like Miami, and we all had colds and sniffles.
Oh,
and then we
yeah.
got a team that play in 100 degrees every day. Came
Mhm.
up from Miami and still whooped us. So practice inside and get that work in.
This is a side note. My ADD that I probably got kicked in. I just thought about you had never had to call off. You couldn't call off.
No, you can't.
I
Call
think
off.
our work ethic is different.
Can't
because
call off
now
work.
that we own our trucking company, we see like, man, some people really don't
Picture
have a
that.
work ethic.
Right.
We don't call. Like, there's no calling off. We're
Nah.
coming to work no matter what's going on with us.
Not this job, but we can't call off at football. We was sick. We had to go in, sit on the gurney or whatever, sit on the medical table.
It was kind of
football.
known, like
yeah.
So nowadays, so when we see some of the young guys nowadays, and they like, oh, he's injured or he can't do, we like, you better get up and go to work.
I got a little bit more football. I
was about Jameis Winston.
Well, let's take a quick commercial break and then we'll talk about Jameis
All right,
Winston.
we'll be right back. Now, y'all know, welcome back to the show. Now, I'm all in on the sports stuff, right? I seen Jameis Winston and his footage over at training camp.
Right.
He look good, y'all. How does he compare to Deshaun Watson? Just in case. I'm not trying to start no mess.
You're not starting no mess.
Can you compare?
Deshaun is our guy.
Okay.
But we know
I know he's our guy.
Right.
But Jameis Winston, he looked like he was gelling with
he's supposed to.
Okay.
Because
he had that chemistry.
We had too much of an issue last season, Ryan. We're not going out looking for another Flacco. We got 3 capable guys. And Huntley as well. Not just Winston, but Huntley and DTR waiting for an opportunity to be able to show his stuff again. So we're not trying to have a repeat of last season. So these guys are getting ready. And plus, of course, Deshaun is not playing against the Packers. He's not playing this preseason too much.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see the backups a lot. You'll see Winston, you'll see Huntley, you'll see DTR a lot in his preseason. But I did want to talk about, as we're talking about quarterbacks, Mike Tomlin gave an interview, Ryan and Maria, and there's a quarterback battle between Russell Wilson and Justin Fields.
Justin Fields,
brewing.
right.
It's a quarterback battle. It's a competition. And he said the better way to do it, the better way to get it out is at the stadium, not in practice. What you do on the field is half the battle, but he's like, he wants to see what they do in the stadium, preseason games. So be prepared to see Russell Wilson in the preseason.
Wow.
And Justin Fields. They're going at it. Quarterback competition.
Right.
Like we had every single year here in Cleveland, a quarterback competition to find out who's going to be that starter.
Has a coach ever said something like that to you just to make the other guys feel like, yeah, Josh competing too?
Yeah, of course. But grown men need that. As iron sharpens iron,
He doing the same thing they doing with that threatening that dome, man.
Right. Man sharpens man the same way.
And Josh,
but that's
I'm
true.
gonna yell at you, okay? But I don't mean it. I just gotta show these guys. Has it ever happened?
My college coach.
Don't say the names and stuff, Josh.
I didn't. I just said my college coach. One of them.
Okay.
I had a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
He came and let me know, like, you the quarterback. If you can be held responsible, all these guys can. So I'm gonna rip you. All right. I was like, all right, coach. He ripped me a new one
For no reason.
I mean, he could have. It could have went either way, but I was that man.
Yeah,
I was the quarterback, and I was like, Coach, hold on, man.
Yeah, you took it a little too far.
I wanted to be like, hold on, man, that ain't what we talking about.
you going off script.
Yeah,
you going off
script. But then I was a good actor, though. I was like, oh, and then I had to look mean. I was like, I had to look like it was salty, like I was salty, not just sad, but salty. Mm-hmm. And everybody was quiet, and it worked, just like he said, to a T. And we had our first win. Like, that's what I'm saying. It
Chris can get yelled at. We all can get yelled at. Okay.
Yes. So it worked. So
I don't know if I'm sold on that Justin Fields and Russell Wilson battling it out.
It's a quarterback.
I mentioned this last week to you guys, not to our audience right here. I want to bring it back up. Joe Burrow, please show the photo, Ryan. Now I tried to have this on the show the last few weeks, and we kept running out of time. Are you witnessing what I'm witnessing right now? Do you see? You see his hair?
Man, he in that Barbie movie.
Ryan, I know you young, but let me just tell you, if a woman ever breaks up with you and she drastically changes her hair,
oh, you think he going through a midlife question?
You're done. I feel like we should fear this man right here because he has changed his hair. Anytime somebody changes their hair, they locked in. We always run out of time.
No,
he's locked in.
Don't
sleep on the Bengals. Not that anybody was. I'm just saying he changed his hair. He ain't playing with y'all.
Man, I know players change their hair every season, man, with the mustaches.
No.
We're getting bald cuts.
Not the QB. The QBs be pretty
Nah, man, you see how Rodgers, that all of them had, even I think Flacco at one point had the handlebar mustache.
He got his hair bleached platinum blonde. He is not playing.
And I wanted to say this too before we go off the air.
I'm sorry.
Real quick, Andy Reid did say that a lot of the first teamers will be playing a couple series in their preseason games.
Okay.
I'm all for that, by the way. Keeping the quarterback system, drop back throw, let it go time and stuff. So again, we can bring that up next time. I like the starter seeing a little bit of action, a little bit of real action before the season starts.
Yes. Me
Yes.
too. And with that being said,
guys.
we had so much fun. Josh, next week I might find out
It's
exactly how you
infinity.
guys are going to do your fantasy draft. We love you guys
Yes.
so much for watching. See you next time on The Return, baby.
Peace.